Impacts generate ejecta with a range of sizes and energies that are diagnostic of the impact process and the surface conditions. Simultaneous in situ measurements by future spacecraft could use the size and energy characteristics of ejecta from natural and artificial impacts to discern the surface properties of airless bodies. Therefore, we are developing the grain velocimetry and tomography analysis system, or what we call gravitas, which will measure the shape and 3D velocity of ejecta simultaneously, both under laboratory conditions and eventually, hopefully, in situ on small bodies. In a typical experiment in a chamber, gravitas is set up to characterize ejecta that pass through one or multiple specific volumes of space. Laser beams encoded with a fringe pattern are projected through that sampling volume. As a particle passes through the beams, the forward scattered light is collected at multiple angles by photodiodes. From this, we can derive a time series of the scattered light signals collected by photodiodes, and from that time series, we derive the velocity, size, and shape of the particle. So over time, as ejecta is produced from an impact, and as we have placed our sample volumes of laser light at different points in the chamber, we can characterize the velocity, the size of the particles as a function of angle, and from all this we can derive sort of a energy distribution as a function of velocity and size to size, and which will allow us to try to understand in more detail the energy partitioning and impact processes. So you can see here in the middle is an image showing fringes produced by these lasers in our laboratory setup, and on the right is some sample data from calibration. Now, we've started building up our flight chambers because the goal here is to do these experiments in a laboratory, but also to do them on a zero-G flights on a Falcon 20 research aircraft, which is managed and flown by the Canadian Space Agency. So we had started designing it up. When you see our CAD drawings here, we've actually started building up the hardware. And we had hoped at this session to be sharing our results from some zero-G flights and some laboratory work and start to show the real potential for this new instrumentation. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic struck and we had to bring all of our experimental laboratory work to a halt. So we're still doing some design work, whatever we can do safely while social distancing each in our own homes. And we hope to get back to experiment work once it is safe to do so again. But we're very excited about this new instrumentation, and hopefully next time we'll be able to share some results with everyone.